JIT-TV, just in time.
Sanbanan Babugele Makhaya and a warm welcome to JIT-TV News, where we bring you nothing but politics, business, sports and entertainment all in one experience. Kamalamo andile kukuletu intombi yakwaCindi uMahlaba. Let us take a look at your headlines for today. National Foods loses $6 million to cyber criminals in Zimbabwe. Clothing industry holds huge potential for job creation. Divided Cameroon celebrates National Unity Day. Toothless Dembare sing the blues. Now, National Foods, a local food product manufacturer, lost over $6 million to cyber criminals who hacked into its computer systems and accused to credentials to transfer funds from its bank accounts. The suspects, including 2 foreigners, used a phishing scam to send fraudulent emails to the company's finance manager, purportedly from a South African financial institution. Upon opening the email, NatFood's computer system was corrupted, giving fraudsters access to the company's financial transactions. An investigating system led by a high-ranking official from the NPA will leave South Africa to conduct further inquiries into the case, working with the South African police. Now, President Mnangagwa's scheduled engagement at the African Development Bank's annual meetings in Egypt this week are expected to add impetus to Zimbabwe's ongoing arrears clearance and debt resolution program, it has been learned. As a follow-up to the 4th High-Level Debt Resolution Forum held in Harare last week, the president, who will be leaving for the North African country tomorrow after an invitation by his Egyptian counterpart, President Abdel Fattah, is expected to engage representatives of creditor nations. Zimbabwe will have an opportunity to outline its strategy on resolving its debt and arrears to international financiers and creditors.
Welcome to Zambezi River Lodge, Victoria Falls. Nestled on the banks of the mighty Zambezi River, right on the edge of the national park, Zambezi occupies the most unique and finest spot with the tranquility and seclusion every traveler seeks. Each of its well-appointed rooms is either garden or river facing, allowing you to soak in the serenity of the environment. The award-winning restaurant Amlonga offers delectable cuisine, which includes our famous high teas. To explore Victoria Falls from this fine location, book any of our packages now. Zambezi River Lodge. Relax, refresh, replenish.
And now moving on to the African news. Now, Cameroon has been celebrating 51 years as a unified nation with a military and civilian parade on National Unity Day in its capital, Yaoundé. For all but 10 of these years, it has been ruled by one man, President Paul Biya, at 91 years of age. He is now the oldest head of state in the world. The country is now less united than ever. Thousands of people have been killed since 2016 and over 1 million people displaced after a group of Anglophone Cameroonians began to fight Biya's Francophone government. Some of those who watched the parade sounded optimistic about their country's future and welcomed the day. And now on to the international news. Now, India has defended its decision to host a group of 20 meeting in the Himalayan territory of Jammu and Kashmir despite criticism from rights groups and expected boycotts from a handful of countries. Now, Srinagar, the summer capital of Jammu and Kashmir, is scheduled to host a tourism meeting for G20 members this week. in a move the Indian government has marketed as an opportunity to showcase the region's culture. China said rather on Friday that it would not be able to attend the meeting, citing its opposition to holding any kind of G20 meetings and disputed territory, according to the Foreign Ministry spokesperson Wang Wenbin. Now, the Gold Mafia documentary became televised on the Al Jazeera channel.
Nonsensical documentary, a racist propaganda tool.
They have a right to sell their gold anywhere. In fact, I encourage Mnangagwa, bust the sanctions.
Government of Zimbabwe is incurring no risk, but it receives the tax.
Please wake up to the reality and the real scam that's taking place here.
Nothing but the best interesting stories and the hottest ones on the alternative view.
The revolution shall be televised.
Get down now to the business side of news for today. Now, the local clothing industry presents one of the best opportunities to expedite the creation of formal jobs in the country beyond the current 6,500 while driving the government's value addition agenda, an industry official has said. At some point, Zimbabwe's clothing sector used to employ 35,000 people. The Zimbabwean Manufacturers Clothing Association, Jeremy Yeomans, told the Herald Finance and Business that most of the capacity which anchored the East Yurt lorry was lying idle and awaited utilization if sufficient orders and supply of raw materials could be secured. Now, Zimbabwe is set to receive commercial credit guarantees worth over $4 million from the African Development Bank through its African fertilizer financing mechanism to support the local industry, the bank said last week. This was after the AFDB approved the $11.7 million budgetary allocation to the AFFM for 2023 to strengthen the fertilizer sector through access to finance supporting the development of sustainable policy reforms to improve fertilizer production. According to the bank, the AFFM would continue implementing 3 commercial credit guarantee projects amounting to $8.3 billion, with Zimbabwe being the largest recipient. Dial-up technology now introduces an innovative and convenient way to receive medical assistance. The +263 Health app is a virtual medical care platform with a comprehensive network for doctors, specialists, hospitals, and pharmacies to interact a lot easier with patients in the comfort of their home. To access the app, you can download it on Google Play Store or Apple Store, create your own account online, search for a verified doctor, and choose to visit or consult any doctor via video call or WhatsApp to give out details on your prescription for just a minimum consultation fee. That way you can go to any pharmacy near you for your pickup, creating a better world with +263 Health app.
As you can see as an example, this is a live patient consulting a real doctor.
For more information, visit the website at www.plus263health.com. Stop waiting on queues for long hours and move from difficult to easy life with +263 Health app, making health more affordable for every Zimbabwean, because your health is our health too. And on to your sports news for the day. Now, for the third time at the same venue, Dynamos came short on both scoring and winning. They were ordinary in all aspects of play as they recorded their third goalless draw on the trot to end this Castlelaga Premier Soccer League tie against Manica Diamonds at the National Sports Stadium yesterday. There was absolutely nothing glamorous about their game, even after the introduction of fan favorite Denver Mugamba deep into the second half. They even got the game's best chance with 15 minutes on the clock, but substitute Jaden Barake completely missed the ball inside the 18-yard box, with the goal at his mercy. And that is all from me to you. A huge thank you for joining me today. As always, kindly please comment and follow us to all our social media platforms at Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, or rather go to our website at www.JIT-TVzw. Signing out, it is Andile Kukulethu Intombi Yakwacindi Umahlaba. Have yourselves an amazing day.
JIT-TV, just in time.
Zimbabwe, Nyika Yakanaka. Zimbabwe is a landlocked country between the Zambezi and Limpopo rivers, surrounded by SADC countries like South Africa, Botswana, Zambia, and Mozambique. The name Zimbabwe stems from a Shona term for Great Zimbabwe. It's the ruins of an ancient city dating back to between the 11th and 15th centuries, are made entirely of stone and span over 1,800 acres. Ask us about arranging a visit here. The highlands are known for their natural environment, with tourist destinations such as Nyanga, Chimanimane, Vumba, and Chirinda Forest at Mount Selinda. Victoria Falls, one of the 7 wonders and one of the world's biggest and most spectacular waterfalls, is located in the country's extreme northwest and is part of the Zambezi River. The Victoria Falls National Park is also in this area and is one of the 8 main national parks in Zimbabwe, the largest of which is Hwange National Park. Matobo Hills National Park is one of the country's most interesting parks from a cultural perspective. It's not only very scenic, it also has a rich human history. Once inhabited by Bushmen, there's a superb collection of well-preserved rock art dating back at least 13,000 years. Lake Kariba is one of the biggest man lakes that is famous for the mystical creature Nyami Nyami and is a popular African travel destination. Zimbabwe is showing a steady growth path economically according to the World Bank review. This is a significant improvement after a 2-year recession due to COVID-19 and other factors. Zimbabwe's agriculture has taken its status of being the breadbasket of Africa, with its land reform program showing phenomenal signs of growth and yields produced by Zimbabweans for Zimbabweans. Land is certainly a good story to tell. Zimbabwe is now the fastest growing third world country in Africa and the world at large. Zimbabwe, Musha Wakanaka. Zimbabwe is blessed with amazing fauna and flora, minerals, and many natural resources. It is one of the world's biggest producers of gold and the 3rd biggest producers of platinum. The mining sector remains very lucrative, with some of the world's largest platinum reserves being mined. The Marange diamond fields, discovered in 2006, are considered the biggest diamond find in over a century. So if you need a world-class African country to do business while touring this majestic landscape and seeing the Big 5, Zimbabwe is the destination of choice. Zimbabwe. Zimba Zimbabwe.